When buying a car, there's a lot of information to take in and a lot to think about in terms of what features you want. One feature that may often get overlooked is what you get if you get a puncture. At The Car People, we like to make sure you know exactly what you've got before you drive away in a new car, but we've put this video together so you know what your options are before you buy. To get a full spare wheel is somewhat a novelty for modern cars, and if the car has alloys, to get a full spare alloy is a bigger novelty, as they tend to be steel wheels. There are no limitations to using a full spare wheel in terms of how fast you can go on it or how long you should use it for. However, you should change the tyre or repair the puncture as soon as possible in case you get another puncture. The space saver or skinny tyre is a very common tool for if you get a puncture. The advantage of having a space saver is that it lets you have more boot space, as having a full spare wheel may compromise that. Some space savers may sometimes look like full spares, but are easily distinguished by a 50 mph or 80 km/h sticker or markings on the tyre wall. If you have to use a space saver, you mustn't drive over 50 mph and should only be used as a temporary measure until you can get the damaged tyre replaced. There is no distance limit on a space saver, but they can wear quickly due to a softer compound and limited tread, usually 3 mm. Many modern cars are now supplied with no spare wheel at all, and instead a tyre repair kit. These usually consist of a compressor and a container of a substance that, when connected to the compressor, is injected into the tyre and quickly expands to seal the puncture. Like a space saver, you're limited to 50 mph and you should visit a garage as soon as possible. The downside to these kits is the tyre is ruined by the foam and is pretty much useless if you get a blowout. On the plus side, they're a lot easier to use and safer than changing your own wheel at the side of the road. There are a couple of things to bear in mind with these kits. One, there is usually space for a space saver if you wish to purchase one. If you buy a car brand new, space savers are an optional extra, usually at £100. And two, some cars may not be designed with a compartment for a spare wheel, or the shape of the car may not be suitable for a space saver. The Ford Focus Zetec S with 18-inch alloys is a notable example. The compressor can be used alone to keep your tyres inflated. Remember, on kits supplied with Peugeot and Citroën cars, you need to make sure you have it on the right setting, otherwise you may find yourself wasting foam and a perfectly good tyre. If a car is supplied to a dealership without a compressor kit, you may be, instead, provided with a can of tyre sealant that also inflates your tyre. The popular brand is Flatmate. This can be found in most supermarkets. It works in a similar way to the aforementioned compressor kit and is a cheaper option if you need to replace the foam supplied by the manufacturer. The good news is that manufacturers have caught on to the disliking of these repair kits, so there are an increasing number of new cars that now come with a spare wheel or space saver as standard. If you need more information about what you will be supplied with in the event of a puncture, just ask your sales or handover advisor, who will be more than happy to help.